What Jake Miller means to me is hope and faith and confidence. He's such a down-to-earth person, and he's really cute too, but he is such a sweetheart, and his words and lyrics and meanings of his songs have changed and saved my life, literally. There was a time I was going through and it was really rough and a really hard time for me personally. I was cutting and suicidal and it was just really hard. My friend decided she was gonna give me a list of songs to listen to because she didn't know exactly what to tell me. I was like, songs aren't gonna help me, they're not gonna change my mind or my thoughts, they're not gonna change anything in my life, they won't help, that's just a bunch of people singing about their feelings, whatever, that's not gonna help me. She's like, no, really, it'll help, we'll listen to these songs. And I was like, fine, whatever. So that day I went home from school, I pulled up YouTube, and I was like, who's this Jake Miller kid? I'm like, who is this? Like, I've never even heard of him. And I pulled it up, and the song she had given me was Steven. And I was like, song named Steven, that's Kid Jake Miller that I've never heard of. What is this? What's going on? And she's like, just listen to it. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I listened to it, and I started to like tear up and cry, and she's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, oh my god, thank you. She's like, I didn't do anything, it's just his music. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Jake Miller saves my life. He can save my life. Oh my gosh. So I started pulling up Goodbye and A Million Lives and Let You Go, and I was like, oh my gosh, this kid can help me. And I started listening to more and more and actually paying attention to the words and the lyrics and the meanings of the songs, and not just listening to some kid sing music. And I'm like, okay, this kid can help me. Because I know people, like my friends, didn't know exactly what to tell me when they knew and they found out about what I was doing and what I was thinking. They were like, hey, we don't know what to tell you, but if you go and listen to music, that can help you a lot. So when my friend had given me the list of music and Jake was the first person, I was like, oh my gosh, this kid can literally help me. He doesn't know me, and I don't think he ever will, but if he does at one point, will ever meet me, oh my gosh, he can save my life. It is amazing the way his music saves people, and the lyrics, oh my gosh, they are amazing. The way he can just express what people are feeling and how they are and know exactly what they're going through. It's so incredible. And I don't know how to explain it. And when I heard about the concert that B97 was having at Lakeside Mall here in Metairie, Louisiana, I was like, oh my god, I live there. Oh my gosh, it's Jake Miller. I'm gonna go see him. I will go. And that concert was on a Saturday, and I remember having to change at work. The concert was for 4 o'clock, I believe, and I got off of work at 2, and I worked 30 minutes away from the mall, and I'm like, oh my god, okay, so we gotta change at work, gotta drive there, make sure I can get there early enough to actually get like a view, like a good spot. By the time I got there was already so many people, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Well, when I actually walked in the mall, so many people were crowded in the front of the stage. So I was like, hey, you know what? The stage is still right here in front of me. I hopped up right behind, like, the back of the stage. And I was like, okay, I might not be able to see that well back here, but I can still hear this music. It's still Jake Miller, the kid who saved my life. I'm still going to see him at, like, a little mini concert. I'm still going to see him live. And when that happened, I was like, oh my god. This is Like, oh, I was speechless. I was like, this is incredible, this is amazing, oh my god, this is not happening. And I was so blown away by the way he just interacts with his fans and does these things that not many people think of to do today. Like, the way he writes his music and the lyrics to his songs mean so much to me and to people my age, because it actually talks about what we're going through, what we're thinking, and helping us. It's helping us so much, because the messages he puts out, it's saying, like, there are people who care about you, don't give up, like, don't let go of your life, don't do things that you'll regret. It's just amazing, and he's such an amazing person. And after the concert at the mall, I was thinking, oh my gosh, I'd love to see him again. Like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. He's such a great person. Oh my god, I need to see him again. He saved my life. He doesn't know that, but I do. And when he announced his tour dates, and he was like, oh, New Orleans, don't worry, I'll be back very, very soon, and announced the tour dates, I was like, oh my god, Mom, I need to go. She's like, well, we'd have to see, because remember, you're having your jaw surgery. And I was like, yeah, but still, that can get postponed. And she's like, not really. Like, great. So when we were actually able to buy the tickets for the concert, we found out the date of my jaw surgery was December 18th. And the concert was December 22nd here in New Orleans, and my parents were not willing to travel to take me to a concert. And I was like, oh my god. So I started, like, getting emotional and crying, because they don't know how much he's changed my life. Only I do. And they don't know how much he has helped me. And he is just such a great person to live in. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. And so one day when I was just sitting at home at my grandmother's, Jake tweeted, who wants a follow? And I was like, oh my gosh, I do. I'm such a huge fan. And I retweeted his tweet, and all of a sudden a notification comes up on my phone, and it's like, Jake Miller Music is now following you on Twitter. I'm like, this is not him. This can't be him. And then I pulled it up, and I thought it was just some parody account. You know, they always had this out there. And I was like, okay, that's just some fake parody account. It's happened to me before. Whatever. No big deal. But then, when Twitter finally loaded, I was like, holy crap, it's actually him. And I took a screenshot of when Jake followed me. Oh my gosh. Okay, so he followed me, and I was, like, crying. And my dad's like, what's wrong? Why are you crying? Why are you so upset? And I was like, you don't understand. Nobody will understand. He saved my life. And y'all don't understand that. He's like, well, don't worry. It'll be okay. Everything's gonna be fine. And I'm like, you don't get it though. I could have met him at the concert, but no, I couldn't go. And Jake might never know how much he means to me. I hope he does one day realize how much he actually means to me personally. But what Jake Miller means to me is he gave me the faith and the hope and the confidence to sit here and realize that I actually have people out there who care. I don't need to care about how I look every day, and if I'm not skinny enough, if I'm not the prettiest or most popular person out there. And he gave me so much hope that I didn't need to sit here and think of all the negative things, and that there are people that do have it worse than me out there. And it's just amazing of what he can do for people, and what his music does for people, and about how much he actually can help save somebody's life. People don't realize it, but he saved my life and so many others. And I just hope that one day I will get to meet him and let him know how much he has helped me with my life and so many others. And one day I hope to meet him and walk up to him and be like, oh my god, you're Jake Harris Miller and you saved my life. Literally. And I just hope that happens one day. But what Jake Miller means to me is that I can't sit here and think, oh my god, I'm done with this, I'm done with everything, I'm just gonna give up. Like, no. Jake Miller means to me is to never give up and to always look at the positive and to always think you are a good person. You are perfect in God's eyes. Don't ever give up. And I just hope that one day I will meet him and he will know how much he actually helped me and saved my life. That is what Jake Miller means to me.